Hi, readers. All right, so we were learning about narrative nonfiction, which can be about people, but it could also be about an event like World War II or the Civil War. So, narrative nonfiction is where you're blending the fiction with nonfiction to make it into a story that teaches a whole bunch. Today, we're going to narrow our focus even more. Today, we're going to be thinking about biographies. So, biography is a story about a person, and it can be a lot of facts or a few facts. It could be narrative nonfiction or not. So let's get started on our lesson today. So today's lesson is about reading biographies through different lenses, different ways of thinking. So I've got these pictures of my backyard goats who came and mowed my lawn a while back. In this picture, I'm looking at this through green colored glasses. It looks all beautiful and green, and the sky is blue. Then in the next picture, I am just wearing my regular sunglasses. This is what it just normally looks like when I look out my window. And then here, I see in the world through rose-colored glasses. Do you see how you can see this exact same picture in three different ways? Well, guess what? A reader can do that too with their books. So today we're going to think about that. Today I'm going to teach you that readers look through different lenses. One of the lenses is, of course, the lens of the story, which we often use, the story mountain. But a narrative nonfiction is still nonfiction, which means that it's also there to teach you something. So another lens is the lens of reading to learn. So I learned that Barack Obama was president, that he lived in Chicago, that he has a family. I know who's in his family now, where he went to college, what he did there. This is the lens of reading to learn. So my goal as I'm reading is to learn something. And that's why I'm reading the book. So how does your reading lens change? Well, when you read a book as a story, you're thinking about what are the subject's traits? What are what's happening in the story? What are the main characters' traits? What are the main characters' motivations or needs? Why are they doing what they're doing? What are the struggles or problems that the main character in the book has to solve? Those are the things that you think about as you're reading a story. Then if you're reading something as information, you might be doing those same things, but in addition to that, you're actually thinking about what can I learn? Is this something new? Is this a fact? Is this an opinion? What are the main ideas? And what are the things that support that main idea that I can take away and that I can put on my hand? So my main idea is here, and then what are the things that would go on my fingers if I were doing that finger graphic organizer? Here are some thoughts that kids your age had when they read a book about Martin Luther King. One of them said he didn't give up to changes segregation. He didn't give up on saving all the black people. He didn't give up on changing the rules. Boy, his main idea doesn't give up, right? So these are really great jots. I hope you guys are doing this at home. Here's another topic, same idea here. Segregation was horrible. People got killed, they get hurt, they went to jail, they got separated, their houses got destroyed. These are all details underneath one main idea. A couple other examples. Here's a book. Somebody read a book about Pablo Picasso, who was an artist. He never gives up. And then you see here are some examples of if he gets mad of whatever he paints, he never gives up. The art he makes, he never gives up. If he doesn't like it, keeps going. So this student said, hey, I think the main idea in this book is that Pablo Picasso never gives up, and he's telling you where he sees this in his book. War is not easy. Lots of people die. Sometimes what they're fighting for, they don't get. They use a lot of money. This is another big idea with some supporting details. So as you're reading your narrative nonfiction or your biographies, think about these ideas. Maybe you're making those kind of jots too. These are the kinds of things that I would love to see in our reading Padlet. So as you're going along in your reading Padlet, you're not just writing one thing. You're going to say what the main idea in your book is and then give some supporting examples of why you think that's a main idea. So when reading narrative nonfiction, you can read it as a story or you can read it as information. And that is the end of our lesson on biographies and narrative nonfiction. Again, we're reading to learn, right? That is the goal of narrative nonfiction. Cool. Have fun.